Welcome back to the Awesome Agents podcast. So, Maya, I have to talk about what happened yesterday because it was wild,
Oh, you mean Anthropic casually wiping billions off the cybersecurity sector with a single blog post? Yeah, I noticed.
right? They announced Claude Code Security, a research preview, not even a full product yet, and JFrog loses a quarter of its value in one afternoon.
25% in a single session. And it is not just JFrog. CrowdStrike dropped 8%, Cloudflare 8%, SailPoint almost 10. The whole cybersecurity ETF hit its lowest point since late 2023.
Okay, so let us back up. What does Claude Code Security actually do? Because I want to understand why the market freaked out this hard.
So, traditional vulnerability scanners work by pattern matching. They have a database of known exploit signatures and they check your code against it. Flare matching set, SQL injection, cross site scripting, buffer overflows, the usual suspects.
And those tools have been around for years. What is different here?
The difference is Claude Code Security reasons about the code. It traces how data flows through your application, understands how components interact. It catches things like business logic flaws and authentication bypasses that rule based tools are architecturally incapable of finding.
So it is not just a faster scanner, it is a fundamentally different approach to finding bugs.
Exactly. And here is the number that spooked everyone. Anthropic's red team used Opus 4.6 and found over 500 vulnerabilities in production open source projects. These are well maintained code bases with years of expert review.
Some of those bugs had been sitting there for decades.
Decades. And I think that is what really got the market's attention. It is not that Claude found known bugs faster, it found bug classes that existing tools could not detect at all.
Okay, but here is what confuses me. CrowdStrike does endpoint protection. Okta does identity management. Why did they get hammered?
That is the right question, and honestly, the Barclays analysts agree with you. They called the sell off illogical. Claude Code Security targets a specific slice of the market: static analysis, software composition analysis, developer security tooling.
So companies like JFrog and Snike are in the direct line of fire, but CrowdStrike and Palo Alto are not really competing here.
Right. But markets run on sentiment, and the sentiment was AI just came for cybersecurity, sell everything in the sector, classic panic trade.
I mean, JFrog, though, that one makes sense to me. If AI catches the vulnerability before the code enters the supply chain, why pay for downstream filtering?
That is exactly what the Raymond James analyst said. Enterprises might perceive reduced need for package level security controls if code quality improves at the generation stage. That is a real competitive threat for JFrog.
Now, Anthropic is not even alone here. OpenAI has Aardvark doing something similar, right?
Yeah, Aardvark launched about 4 months earlier. So now two of the three major foundation model providers treat code security as a built in feature. And that is the pattern that terrifies enterprise software investors.
The platform absorption pattern. It happened with databases, monitoring.
And now security tooling. When a capability becomes a feature of the platform layer instead of a standalone product, the standalone vendors have a problem.
So, what is your honest take? Is the cybersecurity sector actually in trouble, or was this an overreaction?
I think it is both. The broad sell off was an overreaction. You still need endpoint protection, identity management, network security, incident response. Claude Code Security does not replace any of that.
But for the specific companies in the vulnerability scanning space?
For them, this is a real signal. When a research preview, not even a GA product, can move markets like this, it tells you where the industry thinks AI is heading. Code security is becoming a platform feature, not a product you buy separately.
Logan Graham from Anthropic called it comparable to a junior security researcher, but at machine speed. That framing is interesting because it sets expectations.
It is smart framing. It says this is useful but not magic. You still need senior researchers, you still need the full security stack. But honestly, a junior researcher that never sleeps and can scan your entire code base in minutes, that is a pretty big force multiplier.
One announcement, one preview, billions in market cap gone. If nothing else, this shows how much the market believes AI is about to restructure enterprise software. Maya, thanks for walking us through this.
Always fun when a blog post moves markets. See you next time.
That is it for today. If you're an open source maintainer, check out the Expedited Access program. Free vulnerability scanning from a tool that found 500 bugs the experts missed. We will see you on the next one.